I'm smiling because I'm trying to calm myself down. Not because it's actually funny. Full disclosure, I have emetophobia, which is the phobia of throwing up. I feel full, so my brain is like, oh, you're definitely gonna throw up. And I'm like, oh, who asked you to plant that thought into my head? Because now I can't get it out. I love to sing. It takes my mind off it completely. I think singing is the one, singing and playing piano, because I don't dominate guitar enough for it to be something like that yet. Like, even with TV shows, like, I'll be thinking about whatever I'm anxious about. I sing not because I love the way that my voice sounds. I sing because it's cathartic for me. It's cathartic for me in the way that playing an instrument is cathartic for me. Singing is great in whatever way it comes out. If it sounds good to people, if it doesn't sound good to people. I don't have perfect pitch, but like, I am in tune, kind of. I'm very blessed, and I'm very grateful for that. So, I'm smiling because I'm freaking out. I'm actually freaking out. Fuck! I have a chemical burn on my face. I had a pimple and I tried to disinfect it with something, and now my face is burned. I did end up doing things that usually lower my anxiety. So I went to the beach for like 2 hours and I read. It does make me a bit sad because I thought I was over my anxiety, but sometimes I have really bad anxiety and other times I don't have any anxiety at all. And that's fine, and that is okay and human. I feel like being by the beach and being outdoors and being in nature helps me reconnect with parts of myself that I sometimes forget even exist, you know? And I feel like to reach my most creative self, I need to work through certain things to make space for creative thoughts. I don't know why you say goodbye and I say hello. All the songs that I ever write, I usually write in probably like an hour. Like, I kind of just let the verses write themselves. But when a song is taking me like a while to kind of figure out, and I don't feel particularly really drawn to the chords or the rhythm or the message, then I just move on. Like, that's probably not a good thing, but I personally feel like, I've heard this a lot of times and I kind of agree with it, that you're kind of the medium and the universe is just like bringing you the song. I sound so hippy-dippy right now, but I don't care because I feel like it's true. You're kind of like a vessel for the universe to like bring you the song, you know what I mean? And so in those moments, that feels sacred to me, and I'm like, okay, that is a song, like a fully written song, you know what I mean? Whether it's good or bad objectively, or I like it or don't like it, if it feels like I have to write it, I will write it, you know? But if it feels forced, I'm stopping and I'm starting something new, just because it's not that deep. Like, it is not that deep. All this to say, I'm kind of feeling it with this one. I feel like it's a song that I've heard before, so I'm like, I'm just kind of not drawn to it. Like, there's nothing interesting about it. I don't know. Watch out, there's a storm coming through my mind. The forecast says I'm gonna leave common sense behind. And I don't know what caused it or when it's going away. So I try to close my eyes and ignore the wind. It'll all blow over in a day. All this worry in it isn't really here to stay. And I can't say I'm not scared of it, 'cause I duck my head and pray that it'll all blow over, that I'll watch it all blow over, that it'll leave my head somehow someday, someday. Like, it's like, okay, girl, I've heard this song like a million times. Something that I've really been into recently is whenever I find something that I actually like and I'm inspired by, to go into my notes and write down exactly why I'm inspired by it. Let me explain. If I find something on Instagram or something that inspires me, that I'm like, oh, I like this visually, and so instead of watching it and being like, oh, cool, and then moving on, I added the link and then I explained exactly why I liked it? Like, what went into me liking that? Like, I liked this video immediately as soon as I saw it. So, like, what went into me liking the video? It just feels nice to then be able to come back to references and understand exactly why I even put them there in the first place. So you actually kind of do something productive and you do like deeper thinking and you engage with the references in a deeper, more meaningful way instead of engaging with the references for a second and being like, oh cool, that would be a cool reference, and then moving on, because then you're never gonna like be inspired by it in any way or carry it with you, you know? This week I was reminded that you should create even when you don't feel like it. Sometimes when I'm really anxious or when I'm really sad or when I don't feel like making something, I don't. But whenever I force myself to make something, even if something doesn't come out of it, I get distracted from whatever I'm feeling. Gratitude has been big for me this week. Just feeling so many emotions and then not knowing what to do with them, but being able to sit down and make them into a song, like that's actually crazy. I don't know, I just feel so lucky that I'm able to put them into a format that then I can listen to. Like, are you kidding? I've always tried to write songs about my anxiety, but they never really come out right. Either they come out super corny or the words don't come out, like, period. I've tried many times and I really can't describe it sometimes. Instead of describing it literally the way that I do a lot of other things, I described it metaphorically. When I feel anxiety, I feel almost out of my body in a way. So in the song, I didn't really know how else to capture that besides being super literal about the metaphor. You know what I mean? Like, I described feeling like I'm in the air, but then also feeling like I'm underwater at the same time. Like, sometimes it feels like I'm flying and I don't know how to get down, and other times it feels like I'm underwater and no one can pull me up. In the moment, I was so reluctant to try to write anything about it, and I think you can see that. In yesterday's video, I think you can see that, but I ended up sitting through it and like trying to write something, and I ended up kind of writing it through, like I turned the camera off and then I just wrote the song fully. I wouldn't say that it's like, oh my god, it's so positive and healing, and I would say most of my songs aren't very positive and healing, just because if I'm feeling a negative emotion, I'm gonna put it into the song, you know? Like, I don't like the idea of then making the song have a happy ending where I'm like, but then I got over my anxiety, because that's not true. You know what I mean? I have a song called Hit Me With Love, and it's about loving someone who really is hurting you. Heard what you said what you meant, but I ignored it again. Pinning my wrist down, looked in my eyes, said, why are you crying again? And I've heard the suggestion to change the chorus, for example, to be like, don't hit me with love, like, I don't need your love, I'm enough for myself. But like, that's not what I was feeling, and sometimes that's not what you're feeling. Sometimes you're like, yes, please hurt me, I love you, you know? So I feel like it's disingenuous to try to look for that happy ending, for me, at least, for when I'm writing songs. Like, something that I felt so deeply has caused me so much pain. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and be like, and then everything happened perfectly and everything was fine. Because maybe it wasn't, or maybe I still feel those emotions. I'm not looking to resolve them through song, I'm just looking to express my emotions. So in that way, it's really like journaling and letting it out and not having the expectation that it's gonna sound great or look great or anything. It's just kind of a tool for my future self to kind of come back and reference. So I share them just because, but like, I don't share them because I think I'm great and a great songwriter and a great singer, or I make incredible music, but I know that I make music that's honest and necessary to me. So that's why I make it. And I don't know, that's just my experience. I feel like everyone's is completely different and everyone's path as a creative is completely different in this world, so I'll play the song now. It's called Touching Sharks. Breathe in manually now, I force it in and out. Can they hear me shout? Oh, I can't move my mouth and I am seeing stars and touching clouds, taking it in and looking around, surrounded by air, but I can't find enough to breathe. Flying up, but counting down, feels like I'm miles away from the ground. Losing my breath, can somebody try and pull me down? Swimming in my thoughts, I'm drowning, but I far excavate my hopes and dreams, 'cause I forgot how to be me. Now I'm seeing coral, touching sharks, feeling brave and playing the part. Embraced by the water, it's getting harder. Try to breathe, I'm swimming up but counting down. Feels like I'm miles away from the ground. Pull me up, anxiety's pulling me way down. A minute feels like forever. I wonder if I'll ever get better. Just when I thought I had turned the page, started a book club inside of a cage. Stop, think, choke, speak, feel like a different person each week. A song on a loop, I'm trapped in the game. Too much repetition, I don't wanna sing. And that is Touching Sharks. See you next week.